Hey fellow book lovers, it's me, Sophie. So this week I was thinking we would do a little bit of a reading vlog. So I decided lately that I want to get more into fantasy. So I purchased ACOTAR, A Court of Thorn and Roses, The Cruel Prince, and The Midnight Circus, and I'm thinking we should do a reading vlog where I read at least the first of that one, at least The Cruel Prince, which I have right here. So I haven't really done fantasy since I read the Percy Jackson series in middle school. I've always stuck to more romance and thrillers. So I'm really interested to kind of get into some more fantasy. I'm a little intimidated too, but I think I'm just going to go for it and just jump right in. And I'm going to go ahead and start reading this, and I'll, check in with you guys at the 25% point. And yeah, we'll just jump right in. Okay. So I am at the 25% mark of The Cruel Prince, technically the 24% mark, and so far I am absolutely loving it. The world building is amazing, the creativity and the naming is amazing. This is my first book that I've read that has anything to do with fairies or anything like that, and it's really fascinating. I'm loving the dynamic between Jude and her sisters. I think it's really interesting, and also I'm kind of wondering, is Prince Cardan gonna turn out to really be the Cruel Prince, or is the Cruel Prince going to be Prince Dane, or what's the situation with that? And I'll check back in with you guys when I hit the 50% mark. So I didn't end up checking at the 50% mark. Oops, but I did finish The Cruel Prince and I loved it. A 5-star read for me. I thought the writing was so well done and so descriptive. I felt like I was in the world. I just pictured I closed my eyes and just pictured myself there. I loved Jude. I thought she's such a badass. She's so cool. I want to be Jude when I grow up. I really liked her relationship with her sisters, as I kind of said earlier, and how it showed that it's not always perfect relationship. Taryn started to piss me off by the end of the book. I was kind of getting annoyed at her. I'm gonna have to see how I feel about her in the next book. Love Vivi. Not sure how I feel about Cardan. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but obviously started off hating him, and then the ending I've changed a little bit, but I'm still not sure how I think. And it was good because there's a dash of romance in there too between Jude and some other characters, which I really enjoyed. And so yeah, I'm very excited to start the rest of the series. I think the next book is called The Wicked King. Yep, The Wicked King. And I'm excited to read that, but I'm reading some other things. I'm also going to be reading this week It Ends With Us, because I'm doing my first ever buddy read. So I'm very excited to do that. I'm going to vlog that starting tomorrow. And I also have on my Kindle, I was asked to read and give feedback to an author's book called The Last Heir, which is a fantasy novel. So I got about a chapter into that, and I'm going to be reading more of that on my Kindle. It's on Kindle Unlimited, The Last Heir. Go read it if you have Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and continue reading that. Yeah, I'll check in with you when I get to the 50% point of It Ends With Us, or whatever book I'm reading. Probably It Ends With Us. I'll check in. I'm actually probably going to check in right before I start tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm going to check in with that tomorrow, and, we'll get how the progress is going. Okay, so I'm about 13% into The Last Heir, and I'm actually really enjoying it so far. The first part was a little hard to get into. The first chapter was a little hard to get into, but after that I'm really starting to enjoy it. So the bottom line is that it's a book about political intrigue. So there's two different countries that are going to war, and it faces the princess of one country, and it's like dual POV, so it's the princess of one country and then also a private investigator, and so there's this dual POV like that. So yeah, it's a fantasy. I really haven't read much fantasy, as I said earlier. This is like the second fantasy I've ever read since I was like 13, maybe even a little younger. So it's interesting for me. I'm really intrigued to get back into fantasy because I absolutely just loved The Cruel Prince. I loved everything about it. It was a great experience from start to finish. I can't recommend that book enough. 5 out of 5 stars. So I'm going to start ACOTAR at some point. Probably not in this vlog, but definitely in a future vlog. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it, and I'm going to keep reading. And then tomorrow I'm starting It Ends With Us, doing a buddy read like I said. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys when I'm done with that. Okay, so I am 80 pages into It Ends With Us. I have 20 more pages because we're reading 7 chapters a day, but I thought I'd just do a quick check-in. So It Ends With Us is about a girl, Lily, and she meets this guy, Ryle, when she's 23, and this is a new relationship for her, but it also flashes back to her journal entries with the guy called Atlas from when she was a teenager. So it's about these two loves and how that is kind of pulling her back and forth for her. It also talks about family and friends and all those good values and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying it so far. So far I like one of the boys better than the other. I'm not going to say who because my opinion might change. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm kind of bummed that I have to stop at chapter 7 because I want to keep reading. But I'm going to read 7 chapters every day, so I have to stop because I want to be able to chat and not be ahead with my buddy read. But yeah, I'm really liking it, and yeah. Okay, so I am like 63-ish% through It Ends With Us. I really, really, really like it. It's a really good book. I love the writing. I'm just not sure how to feel about what's happening in the book. It's just, I feel really confused about how I should be feeling. Like, am I supposed to be happy for Lily? Am I supposed to be worried for her? I'm just a little like confused and concerned about what's really going on, and yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'll probably check in when I finish the book on Friday, and yeah. So thank you so much for watching this reading vlog. I read The Cruel Prince, It Ends With Us, and a little bit of The Dark Air. Why did I say it like that? Like it's air. Air. It's The Dark Air. There you go, that sounded right. Miss Colleen Hoover has done it again. 5 out of 5 stars. This book was so good. It was such an emotional read. I found myself feeling everything. I felt happy, I felt sad, I felt angry, I felt scared, I felt all these different emotions while reading it, and that's just what you want when you read a book. And that's just exactly what you get when you read a Coho book. I loved the ending. I was so happy with the epilogue. I was so happy with how things turned out. She can really make such an emotional read, but at the end of the day, there's always a happy ending, and that's just the best part of the Coho books. You have to pick this one up. Make sure you check trigger warnings for sure before you read it, but if there's any book that I think you should read right now, it's this book. If you want to have an emotional read and just really feel feelings. And it was really, honestly, a great week for reading. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my Instagram. Thank you. Bye.